Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gift. If you are a returning subscriber, you already know my name is Gift. I'm a YouTuber based in Abuja, and if you're a new subscriber, thanks for stopping by. As the title already tells, today is going to be a get ready with me / chit chat video. It's going to be a story time video. Actually, I'm going to be telling people a story of how I was kidnapped and how I regained my freedom while I prepared to go out and run some errand. I was filming this video earlier and I didn't know my battery was low, so I did my brows off camera and I had my face moisturized and applied SPF off camera. So I've applied my foundation. In fact, I see the process of applying my foundation. I'm still blending this in while I dive into the story. If you're interested, keep watching. So guys, down to the story. I and my brother, I think we were still in secondary school when this incident happened. You know, the funny thing is none of my family member knows, or my family members knows about this incident. It happened way back when I was still in, I think late primary school. So it happened that we came back from school that day. My brother had gone out to play with his friends while I was at home just doing my thing. I think I was doing my homework or something, because I like doing my homework immediately I come back from school, so I'll have enough time to play. That's if I want to play or do my home chores. Nobody was at home. I don't know where my siblings were at that moment. I can't remember, but I know it was just I and my brother was at home. And I was in the house when someone knocked at the door. Well, if you don't know, I'm using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So that's what I used on my face. So this guy knocked on the door. I went, opened the door, and those that knows me very well knows that I wasn't born with a silver spoon. So I grew up in a face me I face you apartment, and it wasn't a big thing to entertain visitors because we weren't scared of the unknown, because there were people around always. You always have people around, so someone can just walk into your neighborhood and do something bad to you because there are people around 247. So I opened the door. In case you want to know, I use this baby skin to prime my face. When I opened the door, I saw this young man and he was like, that my mom sent for me to go to an electrician and pick up her radio. And the story sort of made sense then, because I think the previous day or that day morning, my mom took her radio. There's this small radio my mom has. She took it for repairs. It had an issue. She took it for repairs. So the story sort of made sense then. And I think, thinking now, I believe that guy has been stalking my mom, or he has been stalking us, monitoring her movement to know that she had earlier taken her radio for repairs. So I was like, why didn't you come with it now? He said that I should come pick it up myself, that he wasn't coming from the workshop. What didn't make sense to me was the fact that he took a different route while going to the shop. And I know the person my mom normally gives her radio to. So there's this place called Ojoto. That's where the shop of her usual guy was at that moment. But he took a different route. And I was like, then why are we taking this road? He said then that she gave it to someone else, that she's not using the other person again. That I should just come, I should not waste his time, stuff like that. It was making it sound real. I said, okay, so I continued. Went towards, there's this university, we call it UST. A lot of people would know that university. So there was this street there that he took me to. But as we were going, I was always I continued to greet the people I know around, because growing up, people I greet a lot. Then at some point, people say, call me bra good morning, bra good afternoon, bra good evening, because the brother was too long. Because if I want to greet 10 people, I like greeting them individually. I can't just say on a good afternoon, no. And areas in the area I grew up, there are a lot of people. So bra good morning, bra good afternoon, bra good evening, auntie good morning, auntie good afternoon, auntie good evening. So I was greeting everybody, and some people will ask, Ezichi, that's my Igbo name. Nobody knows me as Gift growing up. That's my Igbo name. I started using Gift, I think, when I came to Abuja, because A lot of people were destroying my name. A lot of people don't know how to pronounce it, and I like my name being pronounced appropriately. So I just settled for Gift than Ezechi. So Ezechi will be this person way they follow. And I would always, introduce him as someone that was sent to my mom. That's one thing growing up in the ghetto. Everybody cares. Everybody cares. It's not that all of everybody's living I don't care now in Nigeria. Majority of people are living, what ghetto, everybody cares. Ezechi will be this person they follow because he was a strange face. And as a young girl then, everybody is watching out for the younger ones then. I said, brother, then pidgin English, that's what we use. Brother, na person where they repair my mommy radio. My mommy say, follow him. Go take her radio. They say rather okay. And that was how I continued following him. And at some point, I got tired because he was taking me to... At some point, I wasn't familiar with the areas he was taking me to. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer to contour. And I used, Maybelline Fit Me foundation for my highlight. Yeah. So, at some point, I would stop. I was like, brother, where would they go? I don't tire. It wasn't, at that point itself, I was actually tired. It wasn't because I was suspecting anything, but I was tired. See, brother, I don't tire. I just come back from school. I never even eat Indomie where my mommy keep for me. Hunger, they catch me. Maybe my mommy, they come back from market. She'll come pick the radio. Say, we don't almost reach. And I continued though. Then we got to one street. And he started making a call in front of a building. And I think the person he was calling wasn't responding to that call. And for some reasons, I became paranoid. Uncomfortable, and suspicious. I'm like, I thought they said we are going to a workshop. And why are we in front of a house? Like, I remember that building very well. It was a yellow painted building. A big, I think that was a 2-story building. I said, why are we in front of someone's house? And he said, that they brought the radio here. And thinking back, I think that guy used something on me. I think he used a spell on me or something. I don't know. I really don't believe in those things, but it's funny now. And at that point, I think God is good, Sha. I think God was the one that made that person he was calling not to pick his call. Because if that person had picked the call the moment he wanted him to pick the call, he would have lured me into that building. And I'm not sure I would be here today to tell the story. And we waited. I think the way I was questioning him and, acting uncomfortable started drawing attention. And he was like, I should relax. That I'm making people suspicious of him, that I should relax, that see people are looking at us and all. I said, brother, I want to go home. I'm not comfortable. I want to go home. So he held my hands. And he held my hands so tight. See, guys, no matter how soft or no matter how touch we want to raise our children these days, 2 things you shouldn't miss out when raising your kids now. Don't miss out on raising confident children that can speak out when necessary, regardless of the language. Even if they can't speak English, me then growing up, it was pidgin, but I could use my pidgin to express myself confidently. And secondly, please raise smart children. Don't be book be everything. You need to raise smart children, if possible street smart. Kids should be streetwise. So I could feel I could feel his grip. It was so tight. I say, Gift, Ezechi, you don't enter one chance. So I'm using the fair face definer to just define my contour. I was like, I knew something wasn't right. And that was how I said he should let me go, else I would scream. he said no. But prior to that time, I and my immediate elder brother, there's this game we always do where he would teach me how to defend myself physically when I find myself in a difficult situation or in a physical situation with anybody. So I told him that if you don't leave me, I am going to scream. As a little girl then, raise smart children. He said I should wait. I want to pick my mom so that my mom is going to flog me so bad. How he said that stuff, I got scared though. Because now growing up then as kids, hey, our generation, our parents, they do spank us so very well. They spank us very well. I was scared, truthfully, when he said, but on the second thought, I said, I would rather die in the hands of my mother than to die in the hands of someone I do not know. That ordinarily, I know my mother would never go this far. I'm not even sure my mom knows that place because I know my mom's route growing up. Church, market, home, and there's this family friend of ours that lives around. Yeah. My mom didn't have friends growing up. I never knew my mom as someone that has friends. Growing up, I can't remember any day that someone came to the house to knock and say, I'm looking for, or he or she was looking for my mom. So I know my mom won't have anything to do around that place. I swear that guy was a ritualist. He wanted to use me for rituals. So that was how he pushed me. I said, come on, get out from here. And I could remember him calling me bad market. Without thinking twice, guys, I took to my heels. I'm using the Elsa's liner. I took to my heels. And I can remember coming back home that day, not wanting to eat anything. My mom even observed, she was like, what's wrong with me? When she came back, that I was just on my own. I isolated myself from the rest of the family. Like, I would be so scared. As though that guy was coming back for me. Even the next day when I was going to school, I was so scared. I didn't want to walk alone. I would always go and fix myself into a crowd. But I think there was something our old parents, I think there's something they were doing wrong then that they did not know. If they had a better relationship with their kids, if they had a better relationship with us, I would have been comfortable sharing that ordeal with my mom or my dad or even my siblings. But I was so scared because then, oftentimes when you find yourself in some sort of trouble, your parents will be blaming you. They'll be blaming you. It's just like most times when a child comes back home and say, I was raped by so uncle. Instead of your parents or our parents then to take it up, though, I won't say my parents won't take it up because my mom, she was so protective of us. But there wasn't that father and daughter or mother and child close relationship where you can confide in them because we're a little bit, our old parents, they instilled this fear in their children, which was good to an extent, but it also had its own disadvantages. And I'm using my MAC Studio Fix powder to just go over my highlights and the rest of my face. And to line my eyes, I'll be using the Maybelline New York Eye liner. So guys, one of the reasons why this came running through my mind again, this story or this incident came running through my mind again, is the fact that I've noticed a lot of new generation parents, they are all about their kids being book smart alone. and not street smart. So I'll be using my Revlon contour to, is this contour or blush? My Revlon blush, to just add a bit of color to my face. It's very important to raise not just book smart children but street smart children, because you don't know situations these children will find themselves in tomorrow. So I'll be moisturizing my lips with the Fenty Beauty lip gloss, and that's it, guys. So we also need to raise street smart kids. So I'll be using my classic fix spray, yeah, to just tone down the makeup. That was how your baby girl here got kidnapped and regained her freedom. So parents, while raising children, also try and raise street smart children. And if my mom was a friend person, someone that 247 she entertains friends or she goes to visit friends, I would have fallen for that, because I would say, oh, maybe this is one of her friends' houses, or maybe one of her friends lives here and all. But I knew my mom ordinarily wouldn't have anything to do with that area that I was taken to, or I was being taken to at that point. So it helped, to make me realize that something isn't right with everything that was going on. Just spray. This is my natural hair. I just twisted it, and I'm using my water mixed with conditioner to give it a little bit of life. So guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification button, so whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first, or you'll be among the first persons to be notified. Thanks, and thanks again for watching. God bless you. See you next time. Bye.